Alright, well here's one for you. This is a Midway Super Card Rack system. This game, I believe, is 10-pin Deluxe. It's a bowling game. It looked like a cross between a shuffleboard bowling game and a video game. Very interesting. Yeah, Midway Super board rack system. Strange. So I'm going to pull all these boards out and just take a look at them. I've never seen nothing like this. When I took this on, I thought it was just a Midway card rack system like Gorf, you know, but it's not. It's different. Which is kind of, I'm going to have to make a new harness for this, which is no big deal really. So, all right. We'll get to it. Okay, so yeah, very interesting. All right, I'm going to take a look at these boards. What I am doing, this board set has over 10 of those 82S153 logic array chips. There's over 10 of them. This board alone had 2 of them on it. This one right here, I was getting an error, and I was like, oh no, we got a bad chip. Well, it had a broken leg, and you can see the leg is still, it's still in there. The very back. So I just took this guy and soldered a lead onto it. So that I could copy it. I'm copying all of these logic array chips with my logic pack. Before I even wire anything up on this and turn it on, I'm going through, I checked all of the RAM. There was one bad screen RAM. And these screen RAMs are, they're 2600s. They're IMS 2600. They are an awful lot like, they're almost exactly like a 4164, but there's something different about them. But you can test them in the Inquisitor, and they'll test them. And out of 16, I had one bad, so I'm going to have to buy one of those RAMs. And that's all I know so far. And so far I know this would not work the way it was, because that leg was definitely not connected. It was broke. It was broke before I removed it from the socket. So, but I was able to solder a lead onto it, and I got the file. I can program those, so no problem. But I'm going through before I do anything, and I'm dumping every one of those logic array chips. So, yep, that's what I'm doing right now. I will be back. Alright, after all of the logic array dumping and whatever, I had one that comes up with an error. This chip is no good. It will not do anything. And what it says on it is AXHD. I've looked over these boards, and there's one that is an AXHD, and it is right. Where you at? Come on. There we go. AXHD. So I think this is the same logic array. So I'm going to burn one of these for that board. And then I'm going to burn one of those to replace that guy with the broken leg. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alright, this is the MAME folder for 10-pin Deluxe. And you can see it's got X16 right there. And it's also got these PLS 153, which is all of those logic array chips. But these are not, you can't burn these into one of those chips. These are not the right format. Whatever, I don't even know what this is. But yeah, you can't take this file and then burn it into It's not in the right. It's not in the JEDEC, JEDEC. It's not in that format. So I don't know what those are. Those are unusable as far as burning onto chips. But anyway, there is one bad ROM. If I go into ROM ident, if I can do this like this, go into ROM ident, and let's choose the file I dumped, X16, and submit it. There you see it comes up nothing. So that right there is a bad file. So that's one. That's another thing. So we'll go ahead and dump that, or reburn that. So I'll take care of that, and then it'll be one step further. I'm going to have to put this one on hold for a little bit though, because I do have to buy some of those RAMs. One of them was bad. I want to buy a handful of them so that I have some here for next time I get a board set like this. So I'll go ahead and burn that ROM, and I will be back. And I just got done burning a new X16. So we got a good software set in here. All of our logic should be good now. Our logic chips, those 153s anyway. So yeah, that's some major problems there. You have a bad ROM, and then that one had a broken leg, and then the one was just bad. One of those logic chips was just no good. It was internally shorted or something. It wouldn't do anything when it was in the programmer. So good. Okay. We'll put this back together, wait for that RAM. I got to buy that RAM. And then we'll be good to go. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright. Well, I had a problem with that PLS 153 chip. And I posted on Clav about... And I know that the MAME file has those 153s, but they were in a format... I'm no expert on those things. So I looked at them, I was like, I can't use that. Well, MAME has a tool where you can convert it back into the JEDEC format that you can use with your programmer. It's funny though, and that's what I did. I took that file and I formatted it through that, and I programmed it, but it's funny, I loaded that file that MAME spit out into my program, and it gave me a checksum error. So I just went and then I saved it, and it saved it in the proper format, and it gave me the proper checksum. And just to be sure that it was indeed correct, I did that with another one of the files that I had a good chip for. And long story short, it works. So I now have all of the proper chips in this set, which is good. We had one broken 153 and we had one bad 153. One of them was completely shorted out internally. So this thing would have never worked like that. So now that we got good chips and the ROM, I burnt that ROM, the EEPROM, the 2764 I burnt. So we're good to go. I got to hook up a little power thing here and hook something up to put it to the monitor, and we'll be back. Get to it.